Right? Take those glasses off. I can't see who you are in the first place. Why do you need to sign out? Sorry? I can't hear you. I'm not going to sign you out now. You can come the next period, okay? Yeah. Right, thank you. Right, people. You had to do, ek wag net vir dit aangaan. Nou moet jy stil bly, jy moet vir my luister. I still don't see Miss Hendricks here. Where is she? What? Doing what and all? But did Miss Pina allow, is she allowing you to be late for class? Sorry? No, but in my class, I don't want you to be late for whatever reason. Right, kom ons kyk gou hier so asseblief. Ek het gevra jy moet na die aansyferings kyk. So I'm going to go through the adjustments with you. Ek gaan die aansyferings saam met jou. So jy kan kyk waar jy verkeerd gewerk het. Is dit reg so? The first adjustment says, and you will see that in most papers, the first adjustment will have to do something to do with sales, cost of sales. You are very late. But that is not an excuse for me. We have important work to do in this class. You are very late, Colin. This is the last time. Okay. So, jy gaan in die vraestelle sien. If they do ask statement of comprehensive income, they start with something to do with inventory. Iets met voorraad uit te waai. Nou staan in hierdie enetjie, 'n kredietnota is uitgereik op 31 Desember. Geen inskrywing is gemaak nie. By the way, when you start, please make sure that you read the information from the start so jy kan sien met watter finansiële jaar jy werk. Is julle all right? Right. So they tell us here that there was a credit note issued. Wat is 'n kredietnota? We issue a credit note if somebody did what? As 'n debiteur vir ons iets teruggebring het. Credit note is when a debtor returns something to us. Ek het amptelik gekom regmaak gister. Credit note is when a debtor returns something to us. In hierdie geval is goedere teruggestuur. You know that that will have an effect on debtors allowances and debtors, koste van verkope en handelsvoorraad. Is dit reg? This is the grade 10 transaction. Remember I told you that 20% of your paper must test work before grade 12. Hierdie is deel van daai 20%. So kom ons kyk gou-gou. Debiteure afslag is 9920. There's sales, there's no debtors allowances. What do we know? We know, ek het vir my ook dit geprint. So. Ons weet dat daai R9,920 moet van verkope afgetrek word. So I have minus 9920 sales. Is julle by daarmee? If it was returned, it's not sold, so sales will decrease. If there was a debtors allowances amount, you would add to debtors allowance so you can minus it from sales. Is julle by daarmee? Daar is nie debiteure kontrole, is debiteure kontrole hier iewers gegee? Yes. If it's returned, debtors are not going to pay for it, so minus 9,920 by debiteure. Returning, not paying for it. Dis mos hoe dit werk. Teruggestuur, gaan nie betaal nie. Then, cost of sales. When we not selling, teruggekom, dan moet jou koste van verkope verminder. Because when you sell, cost of sales increase. If it's returned, cost of sales will decrease. Nou moet jy eers gaan bereken. You need to take the 9920 times 100, divide by 160, want die winsgrens is 60%, is ek reg? Is dit reg julle? En as ek dit doen, het julle ook gekry, ek het al gisterand by die huis gedoen. 6,200, is dit reg? Is dit reg? This must be a minus. Jy gaan moet aftrek. You will have to minus this. Van koste van verkope, is dit reg so? Goods were returned, which means that trading stock, but they didn't give you trading stock. Maar as jy handelsvoorraad gekry het, then you would add back to trading stock. Het is gister reg gemaak. Dit gaan nie meer so maak nie. Lekker of het werk? Is julle all right? Are we fine with this, people? Is julle okay? Anybody a problem with adjustment number 1? Okay. Aansybring nommer 2. Hulle sê dit vir jou. Rent was received up to January 2020. Hier is verhoog op die 1 Augustus met 12%. So wat weet jy? What do you know? According to the information, this rent income is for 13 months. Dis vir 13 maande. Stem. Where did the share give you trading? Oh, waar? Oh, daar, ekskuus tog, daar staan dit, ekskuus tog. Ek sien, ja, ek sien. Daar, ekskuus. That must be plus 6,200. Is dit reg? Julle alright daarmee? Okay. Ons is nou terug by die huurinkomste. That amount is for 13 months. Wat weet ons verder? We know that rent increased from the 1st of August. The 13 months, by the way, is from the 1st of January 2019 up to 31 January 2020. Dis wat ons weet. Dis die 13 maande. That's the 13 months. Ons skryf neer wat ons weet. Then we further know that the increase, die verhoging, wat 'n klein lettertjie stuk, is vanaf 1 Augustus. And that gives you August, September, October, November, December, January. 6 maande is verhoog. Stem julle saam? 6 months. Which means 7 months was die ou huur. Stem julle daarmee saam? Are we fine? Okay. We do not know what rent is. What we do know, that rent being an unknown, let's make it X. En ons het 7 maande vir X gekry. Do you understand that? So we had 7 times X and then 6 times X plus the 10%, plus 12%. Excuse. Hoe skryf ek dit? 7 times X is 7X. 6 times X, ek skryf die woord times, en is makliker. X plus 12% is 1,12X. As jy het nou nog nie weet ek nie hoe om het te verduidelik hier. 12% is 12 out of 100. 12 out of 100 as a decimal is 0,12. The 1 is the 100% that the X was. The 0,12 is the 12% that has been added. Is julle by daarmee? Stem jy saam, meneer Jacobs? This in total equals the amount that was supplied en dit was gewees 126,224. That is my formula. Stem julle daarmee saam? So 7x, 6 times 1,12, 6 maal 12 is 60. 6,6, is dit reg? My sakrekenaartjie ek moes gebreek. Equals 126, 6,6. Dit 7. 6, wat? So. Okay. Is jy reg daarmee? Are we fine? Ek kan nie, ek weet sakrekenaartjie het geval. So I have 13,72x equals 126,224. En wat gaan 1x dan wees? 1, 2, yes. Is alright? Ja, is reg. 1, 2, 6, 2, 2, 4. Divide by the 13,72. Stem julle saam daarmee? Kyk of ek hierdie ding kan sien. Ek sê ding het geskuif. 126,224 divided by 13. Kry julle x is gelyk aan 9,200. So X equals 9,200 before the increase. Dis voor die verhoging. Stem almal daarmee saam. If you still can't do this, then you need to practice this, because for sure you are going to get this March, June, September, the end of the year. Hulle gaan dit vir jou vra. Ons moet die X iewers vra. This is the X. Is julle by hiermee? Right, what is it after the increase? Na die verhoging? Gaan jy die 9,200 times 1,12 is going to tell you exactly what the increased amount is, and that was 10,304. En dit is vooruit ontvang. Is julle alright daarmee? That was received in advance. Is iemand wat nie verstaan nie? What do I do with anything in advance? Do I add or subtract? What do I do? In advance. Dan moet ek maak met dit. Moet ek aftrek of bytel? It's in advance. Must I add to rent income or should I subtract from rent? So next to rent income, I'm going to have, waar's hier inkomste? I'm going to have here minus 10,304. Is julle alright? Wie het reg gekry op jou eie? A few. As jy dit nog nie kan doen nie, you are definitely going. We've been practicing this since grade 10. If you still can't do it, then the mistake must be with you. Because I've been doing this every single year. Colin, you are not paying attention. Did you get this right? No. So there's no reason for you to sit chatting to anyone. Is julle almal by? Okay, right. That is that adjustment. Jy gaan dit definitief kry in 'n volgende vraestel ook. Hierdie enetjie is nogal 'n probleem vir baie leerders want hulle lees nie hier nie. This was used during the year. Dis gebruik gedurende die jaar. What do you need to know? What was used? So wat gaan jy in jou staat van omvattende inkomste skryf? What was used? Is jy by daarmee? Jy wil nie weet wat oorbly nie because you're not doing the statement of financial position. You are doing the statement of comprehensive income. Ek weet nie. Ek het die staat heeltemal verloor. Hierdie man het my ding kom regmaak. Dit is dus 'n nuwe kabel. Nee, hy het dit kom regmaak. Nou sê hy nou signal. Okay, searching. Dan ek sê maar. Gaan roep gou jy oor kan vir juffrou wat sy juffrou is in beheer van die goed nou. Oor kan die patikens juffrou. Dis 'n nuwe een, dit 'n nuwe kabel kom insit. 'n Kind se waterbottel het gebreek. So is dit is Thank you people. Vandag het ons krag, ons weet nie 'n projektor wat werk nie. No, the art teacher. The art teacher. Sorry? Erg waar ek ek dink hierdie man weet wat ek doen met die kom werk het. Vandag sê hy weer hy searching. En hy maak nog steeds, hy gaan nog steeds, ek weet hierdie man wat hy doen.
Maar is dat ik weer voor opgesteld. Want Andrie, volgens ons, is Andrie zijn kabel. Nou, en kan je verstaan hoe Andrie zijn kabel gewerkt heeft. Hij het net die machine onderstaan was om te veranderen. En nog steeds werk Andrie van de goed.
Hij is net gewerkt. Maar sê daar is Estem.
Danny, get on the list. You see the plug there? Oh. You have to, no, the plug in the roof. Stay there.
Kom jy oor hulle aanvandag?
That's a good question, especially since the register teacher told him to take it out. No. So while you're up there, I listen to any details out. Thank you. Philip, you tell me what you have wrong. The dustbin is hungry.
I know. Wat is nou die ander man wat met die voet gewerk? Dat hy vryspring. Nou jy weet dinge bietjie vir jou om nou regheid maak, het hom bietjie gedit. Sien jy? Wat het met die vryskop omgelos?
Ek moes gevalenseer.
Thank you. Ek heb ook nog maar groter kry. Maar gelukkig het ek nogal groot. Het is wel goed, maar nee, het is maar zo groot. Het is oral. Ja, dank je. Right, dank je. Kom, Greta. The used amount. This what, thank you. We are now back. The used amount is the one that we show in our statement of comprehensive income. If we need to do the statement of financial position, then we only calculate what has not been used. Ons hoef nie hier iets te bereken nie. Al wat jy moet doen, jy moet by verbruiksgoedere gaan, consumable goods, gaan skryf jy net dood eenvoudig die korrekte bedrag uit. And the correct amount was 54368. Daai ene is verkeerd. Ek trek het sommer vir myself, maak ek dit sommer dood. I'm not going to use that. Is julle all right hiermee? Do you understand this? Okay. Volgende enetjie. There was no trading stock surplus or deficit, so ek weet ek gaan nie 'n handelsvoorraad tekort of 'n handelsvoorraad surplus hê nie. Julle sê dit vir my. Then the next one. The bad debts must be written off. So ek moet by oninbare skulde dit gaan bytel. I need to add the 8360 to bad debts. En dan sê voorsiening vir oninbare skulde, provision for bad debts must be adjusted to 10480. Yes? Ja, ek gaan nie altyd so, maar dit kom regmaak gister. Kyk gou. This is what it should be. Nou gaan kyk ek wat is dit. In your list of balances, they gave you provision for bad debts as 13,050. So can you see it was too much, it's te veel. Wat die te veel gedeelte will be a credit in our books. Yes. Is your hand in there? Right, oh, you're just waving. So the verskil, the too much will be a credit. Remember, if I want to decrease the existing one, I will debit provision for bad debts en ek gaan voorsiening van inbare skulde aansuiwer en krediteer. The difference between the two amounts is 2570. Ek gaan die sommetjie hier vir jou doen dat jy kan sien. Provision for bad debts adjustment. Dis my afkorting, jy kan enigiets skryf. Voorsiening vir oninbare, dis net my afkorting. Jy kan maak wat jy wil hier. It was 13,050 minus die 10,480. So this was going to give me, dit gaan vir my 2,570 and this is a credit. Dis 'n krediet. Form part of other incomes. Is julle by hiermee? Who got that one right? I am mooi verdiend, julle wat dit reg gekry het. Dan nommer E sê rente op die vaste deposito is 8% per jaar. Remember you started interest on fixed deposit first term grade 10 2 years ago. Dan sê hy vir jou die vaste deposito is verhoog met 30,000 op 1 September. Which means that you're going to have two calculations. Old fixed deposit en nuwe ene. Dis wat jy gaan doen. Right, the new one is 30,000. Ons weet dit al klaar. Okay? The interest rate is 8% per year. Van 1 September, October, November, December, 4 months. Okay, vir 4 maande. The old deposit, moet ek nou gaan kyk hoeveel was hy? Die ou ene was gegee, the old deposit. Kyk, nou. That 55,000 is old and new. Dit weer afgegaan. Gelukkig nie. Hierdie is oud en nuut. So kyk nou mooi. Old and new. Hoe weet ek is oud en nuut? Because they didn't tell us it has not been recorded yet. Verstaan julle dit? They did not tell us it has not been recorded. This is the balances at the end of the year. So whatever happened during the year is included, unless they tell you otherwise. Het hulle vir jou andersins gesê? Glad nie. So die nuut, die oud, wonder ons wat is dit? Oeps, ek weet daar stuk nie. The old one, we are wondering what that is. Ons weet nie wat dit is nie. Maar ons weet die nuut is 30,000. So what will old then be? The 25,000. How do I get this? The 55 minus the 30. Gee vir my 20,000. 25,000. Ekskuus tog? Yes? Het nog 'n increase by 50,000. Nee, maar dan lees jy nie mooi wat daar staan nie. So wat is die nuwe gedeelte? Nee, hierdie is die totaal aan die einde van die jaar. Dit sluit mos die nuwe een in. Het ek vir jou gesê die nuwe een is nog nie aangeteken nie. Staan dit daar, was not recorded. Staan dit daar? It was recorded. So dan is dit mos klaar. That includes the old and the new. Is julle by? Is julle by daarmee? So dit is mos alles. Stem julle saam daarmee? Are we fine? Of that, 30,000 is new. Is julle nou by hiermee? Is julle fine? So what is my calculation? The old is 25,000. Wat ek geskryf hierso? Nee, ek moes daarbo wat ek geskryf hieronder. Ag, het gee dit my kans om dit te kry? Hierso. So die ou een is 25,000. And that one is 8% for the year. Stem julle daarmee saam? Do you understand that? Yes. My skattebol, jy hoor jy wat ek sê nie. Ek werk vir die ou een vir die hele jaar uit. Daar staan mos vir die hele jaar. Jy kan aan die ander kant ook, maar ek hou nie daarvan nie. Ek hou daarvan om, as jy kon gesê het, dis oud gewees 25,000 vir 8 van die 12 maande en 55 vir 4 van die 12 maande. Ek hou nie van om so te werk nie. Ek hou daarvan om so om te. Listen, there are 2 ways to calculate this. You can decide, I'm talking, that the old deposit is for 8 of the 12 months and the 55,000 is for 4 of the 12 months. I don't like doing it that way around. Ek wil werk met oud vir die hele jaar en nie vir die stukkie van die jaar. Verstaan julle dit? If you do it the other way around, you should get the same answer. Ek gaan nou vir jou wys. 8% op 25,000 vir die jaar, dat ek my stuk in die calculator kry. Gee vir my R2,000. That is 2,000. On the 30,000, which I only have for 4 of the 12 months, dit geef my 30,000 times 8% divide by 12 times 4, kry ek 800. So in total, it's supposed to be 2,800. As jy die ander kant om dit doen, old deposit, 25,000 times 8% for 8 of the 12 months, and then new deposit, 55,000 times 8% for 4 of the 12 months, gaan jy dieselfde kry as 'n totaal op die einde. Net soos jy kan dit doen soos jy wil. Jy kan enige, ek hou van my metode. So this will give me 8,000. Hier is my kans. Graad 12. Moet nie vir my verder die David inmaak nie. Ek probeer nou vir jou albei kante om dit werk. So nou bly jy stil. Dis 2,000 gedeel deur 8 maal met 12. Ja, maar net 2,000 deel deur 12 maal met 8. Dan kry jy 1,3. Kry julle ook 133,333? Is dit die antwoord? Okay. En hierdie ene 55,000 times 0,8% divide by 12 times 4, dan kry jy 1,466, is dit reg? As jy optel, gaan jy nog steeds 2,800 kry. Kan jy sien? Are you fine? So watter metode jy ook al gebruik, as dit vir jou werk, werk dit vir jou. I don't like this. I like to keep my, this is what I had for the whole year. Dis die bietjie wat ek bygekry het. Dit hang af wat jy wil doen. So I now see that my fixed deposit interest is supposed to be 2,800. Nou gaan kyk ek, wat is dit? I see the interest on fixed deposit is 2,200, so I know I have to add 600. Is julle by? Doesn't matter which method you've used. Watter getalle, hoe jy het gedoen het nie. Do you understand this, Titan? Okay, right. Next one. Ek wil kom by die storie oor die sakke.
Oh, ja.
Insurance policy included a premium of 9,900 paid on the 1st of August. Die polis verval op 31 Julie. It means 7 maande is vooruit. Versekering is mos normaalweg vooruit. You cannot insure a life after that life does not exist anymore. So wat moet ek maak? I must take the 9,900. Wat tik ek nou? Divide by 12 times 7. Dan gaan ek sien wat is vooruit. Dat ek dit gedoen het, dan kry ek 5,775. Is dit reg? That's prepaid. Wat maak ek met vooruit? Vooruit moet ek aftrek. So next to insurance minus 5,775. Is julle reg daarmee? Is almal by met versekering. Insurance is normally paid in advance. Dit was die storie oor versekering. Nou kom ons by nommer G. Wat vir my eintlik hoekom ek hierdie vraag gekies het, is hierdie hele storie oor die sakke. Plastic bags. Onthou plastic bags a few years ago, you didn't need to buy it. Nou moet jy dit mos koop as jy by die winkel is. So plastic bags for any business is now will be like a normal inventory, small little inventory account only for plastic bags. Is jy by daarmee? Want nie dat ons mos op die rak plastic sakke sit om te verkoop nie. We sell it when people get to our tills. Is jy by daarmee? So it should not form part of our normal trading stock because we are not trading with this. Ons verkoop dit net omdat hulle sak iewers moet hulle goed insit. Is jy by hiermee? Right. Now what do you know about a trading enige voorraadrekening? Ek wil nou vir jou hierso wys. Let's make a small account. Kom ons maak 'n rekening. Dis altyd makliker. If in doubt, always make a little T account. As jy enigsins in twyfel. So let's make this plastic bags. Plastic sakke. Bye. Wat weet jy van enige voorraadrekeningkie? Anything that you have a stock of, wat weet jy? You should be, luister wat ek vra. Wat weet jy van voorraad? In a shop, what do you know at the start of the year, at the end of the year? What do you know about stock? Kan jy jou deur oop en sê, jammer, is die begin van die jaar, ek het nog nie voorraad nie. Can you tell the customers at the till, sorry, I'm still waiting for my plastic bags. Dra jy maar al 700 blikkies een vir een na jou kar toe. Kan dit so werk? No. So we should know that any stock, doesn't matter if it's stationery, packing material, plastic bags in this case, trading stock. You should have something to start the year with. Stem julle almal daarmee saam. So we need to find out, did this shop had any plastic bags at the start of the year, so that when the first customer buys whatever, we have a plastic bag to sell to him, so he can put his purchases in. Is julle by daarmee? So daai inligting moet mos nou hier iewers staan. Ons lees. Daar staan, the business sold plastic bags at customers 50 cents each. Profit of loss shows the following. Dit was die kosprys, dis die kontant wat ontvang is. The business uses the periodic system for plastic bags. Wat weet jy van die periodieke voorraadstelsel? It has an opening inventory and a closing inventory. Stem julle saam? Dit weet jy mos van die periodieke voorraadstelsel. Okay? Dan sê hulle vir jou, no entries have been made of the stock on hand at the beginning of the year, 5,700. What does this mean? Wat beteken dit dat daar aan die begin van die jaar voorraad was van 5,700? What was that 5,700? What is that? That is your what stock? Dis jou begin voorraad. Do you understand that? That's the opening stock. So in my rekeningkie hierso, moet ek 'n begin voorraad. Ek gaan sommer nou BV sê, opening stock. This is a calculation. So I don't need to have words in any case, it's a calculation. I know my opening stock was 5,700. They told me that. Hulle sê die boekhouer het vergeet om te begin met die begin voorraad. They tell you he forgot. He forgot that there was opening stock. Is julle by daarmee? They tell you that he forgot about that. Is jy baie dom boekhouer hierdie? Seker by hoërskool dat kan mevrou Trigard klas gehad, want julle weet ook nie van opening stock. Is julle by hiermee? Do all of you understand this? Now, what is the next thing that they tell us? Hulle sê vir ons verder that the cost of plastic bags, ons het gekoop vir 51,200. That 51,200, where should I record that? Watter kant van die sak van die rekening moet ek dit sit? On the debit side, 51,200. Ek kan hierso skryf koop, bought. Want as ek koop, dan het ek mos nou meer. Do you understand this? When you buy, you have more. It will be added to your opening stock. Sien julle almal saam? Ons het verkoop, sold, waar staan dit nou? 5,600. As ek verkoop, bank will receive the money, so bank will be my debit, plastic bags will be my credit. Stem julle saam daarmee? 5,600. And this is my sales. Ek het mos nou verkoop. Hulle sê mos ek het verkoop. Are you fine with that? Are you fine so far? Is julle alright? Goed. Volgende ding wat hulle vir jou vertel. Daar's nog sakkies gekoop op krediet in Desember. No entries was made for this. Daar is nog nêrens dit geskryf hier. So nou moet ons seker dit inskryf. When we buy for December, it was not recorded. Watter kant van die rekening moet ek dit skryf? On the credit side, because on the debit side, because that is what creditors control will be your credit. Plastic bags will be the debit. Onthou, elke transaksie, Mr. Sushi, you're asleep. Everybody is watching you nodding off. Jy sit so. Regtig. As moet jy af en toe vir jou kan spyt met hierdie goed dat jy nie kan wakker bly. So we bought on credit. En ek het gekoop vir 12,800. Is julle alright daarmee? Are we fine? Then they tell you stock on hand at the end of the year. Watter kant kom slot voor? At which side do you write closing inventory? Debit side or credit side? Right, hierso. Closing stock. Slot voorraad. 3,600. What remains? You want to know if you made a profit or a loss on this. Wanneer lyk dit vir jou? Follow was that for my class also. So I don't know if she can leave this class again.
It will be 1 minute of progress.
1 minute.
Oh, let's.
Okay, kyk gou hierso. So if you look at what you see here in front of you, remember, we would like to know if those plastic bags were sold at a profit or at a loss. Hierdie kant is die, kom ons sê nou maar die koste kant. That side is the income side. Kom ons dink net so daaraan in jou kop. This is the income. As jy nou so kyk, just by looking at the amounts, do you think we made a profit or a loss on these bags for the year? My liewe vader. Watter kant se bedrag te lyk vir jou die meeste? If you need to total both sides, which side would be the biggest one? The debit side. Okay, nou kom ons stel dan nou op. If we need to total, julle, dit is beginsels wat jy in graad 8 moes geleer het. You need to total. You total the biggest amount is the total both sides of that account. 5,700 plus 5,1,200 plus 12,800. 6,9,700. 6,9,7. What do you know? This side must have the same total. So here is an amount missing. Can you that see? Which means that is a credit amount. Every credit must have a debit. So as dit 'n debiet is dit vir jou 'n wins of 'n verlies. If it's a debit, the other account concerned must be debited. Here's a credit amount missing. Can you see that? Daar's 'n bedrag missing. Ons gaan dit nou uitwerk. If we credit that account, the other account concerned, ons maak vir ons nog 'n rekening, must be a debit. That is double entry principle. Hierso gaan ek 'n debiet inskrywing moet hê. Verstaan julle dit? Is julle by? Right, what is the difference here? Ek tel gou op 6 en 6 is 2. Hier moet 'n 500 wees. Ek het dit al gedoen, ek sal nou vir julle kan sê 9,500. Like the missing amount is 9,500. Missing amount on this side, so daai 9,500. Do you think for your business, will this be an income or an expense? If you look, hoe weet ek is 'n uitgawe want hy het 'n debiet inskrywing. It's not really an expense, it is a loss. You are suffering a loss with these bags. Is julle by? So hierso gaan ek skryf, this is a loss. Dis 'n verlies hierdie. So this account will be loss with on plastic bags. Verlies met verkoop van sakke. As jy by daarmee. And that will be part of your other operating expenses. Do you understand this, Mr. Shushu? Is julle almal by? Nou, op die memo, daai inskrywing, ek wil gou vir iets sê. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 marks for that calculation. 6 punte vir dit. Kyk, vanmôre aan kan gaan. Ek sal alles gesê. Skep